What's up everyone, Hachi here bringing you another Marvel Strike Force video. Now today, I know you might have read the title of this video. It's a terrible idea to label it something like that according to all the YouTube statisticians, but in reality, I'm just going to give you my take on Alliance War. Let's check it out. Okay, so mediocre at best is what I'm going to say. I just find it kind of funny because, I've been seeing all these videos comes out from all the YouTubers who I follow and who I like, and hopefully they can, take this, what I'm about to say, as a grain of salt. But I keep seeing all these videos that are like best alliance defensive strategy and the best offensive strategy and all this other stuff. And it's like, come on. We've done what? Maybe 3 wars, maybe 4, unless you were part of beta. And even then things have changed, How do you know if it's the best? Maybe looking at it on paper, this might be the best strategy, or it may sound the best, but in reality, Alliance War is still so new that we don't know what the best is. How do we know what the best is? Because when it comes down to it, you don't know how your team is going to perform. Maybe best for you, but it's alliance, it's a team, it's teamwork, it's working together. Same as the other team. What if you have a terrible defense, but the other team's offense sucks? Or say the other team offense sucks, you play one war and then you win and you're like, oh man, our defense is so OP. It's like, you don't know. This is an infantile stage of the game. Either way, I think it's fun. My alliance personally, people have never engaged this much and communicated this much until now. It's been really, really cool to see people get so involved and active, and everyone's putting in their input for defensive strategies. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should try that. Well, let's do this. Let's do that. It's been super fun. I think that Alliance War has been great and is a great addition to the game. Are there some bugs? Yeah, possibly, but it's still so new. You've got games out there that are established, that have been, on the market forever and been doing competitive battle or team versus team battle strategies, and they're always evolving their game as well. So this is just the baby steps. It's like a week old at this point. So it's going to grow. It's going to expand, and what may be the best today isn't going to be the best tomorrow. And that being said, with the current meta for the game, some things that I noticed is that, to have a successful team in Alliance War, I think that it would really, really make Thanos happy, in that you need to be well balanced. Having lower members on your roster who aren't on the same level as, say, your top 10, if you have a big gap between your top 10 and your bottom 10, it's really, really going to hurt, because those bottom 10, they're not really going to be able to defend, and they're not going to really be able to attack. Now, the other thing that has to do with this is that, I haven't read anything yet, and I don't know if anyone out there really knows what the basis is for matchmaking either. Is it total clan power? So does it just take the total power of all the teams and average them out and have a plus or minus, and then it just pairs you with somebody else that happens to be on that day? What's the metric? How tight is it? How wide is it when they're actually doing matchmaking? Because something that I noticed now, our first Alliance War was like, oh yeah, rah, go team. Boom, we got decimated, right? But if you look at the balance of power, our first war, we focused way too heavily on defense. A lot of our top players put their top teams on defense, thinking oh, no one can beat my shield team or whatever. And our shield teams got beat. Our defenders got beat. Our brotherhoods got beat. All of our top teams were getting beat on defense. So it's like, whoa, let's, we didn't have anything on offense. We got 4 attacks in, and we're like, whoa, where's our teams? We can't attack. So we focused way too heavily on defense, but the team that we were matched up against the first time, they had, 250, 260,000 power teams, multiple teams. Everyone on their roster had 250, 260K teams on defense, and they were still smashing our 250 into our 260K teams, where we just fell flat on offense. We cleared 2 rooms, and everyone's like, oh, hey, we don't have any attacks left. And they just decimated us. So it was it made us really kind of rethink. So one thing that we've seen is, without knowing, the matchmaking criteria, being balanced seems to be really effective. Also in terms of how you pair team members up. A lot could be said for maybe having a stronger and a weaker team player guarding each room in which you're going to force them to, they're going to attack the weaker player, as well as where you place the teams. That's also going to become critical. I've seen people stagger them. One thing that I think tends to work good is you want to place maybe your strongest 3 teams in those first 3 brackets, so that's way it's all that they can see, and hopefully shy them away. Maybe you plan a weaker room, so that way you can kind of funnel them into maybe a trap, or funnel them down a pointless side when really your high priority targets are over here. You know, that's another key factor. But so there's just a lot of things that this is so new. But, you know, just to kind of recap everything I've saying, balancing out your clan and having, or sorry, clan, came to the wrong game. Balancing out your alliance is critical. Having 24 members in your alliance place defense is critical. Having all 24 people in your alliance attack is critical. We found this out the hard way as well, and we're scrambling right now to fill our roster, because when this first started, I mean, we're clearing, you know, so we're hitting 70, almost 80% on Ultimus 6 with 22 people, 21 people, couple of no-shows, and now all of a sudden those no-shows are killing us. Now, we're fortunate enough to, you know, we've won a couple. I think we've lost, I think we've done 4. I think we won 2 and we lost 2. You know, but it's been super fun. But, you know, balancing your clan is gonna be super important, and that's gonna be critical to your success. Having people participate is also going to be critical, and then having coordinated attacks. When it first started out, one person hit one room, one person hit another room. Clear out rooms strategically. Don't waste your attacks. Go for the big point rooms. That's an obvious tip that I can give you. But once again, you know, this is in infantile stages, and it's going to get infinitely more complicated. That being said, that's all I really have to say on Alliance Wars. I think it's a great addition to the game. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I think, you know, the rest of my alliance is having fun playing it as well. Go ahead and post in the comments, what do you think of Alliance Wars? Do you like it? Do you hate it? You know, where are you at? You know, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see any more of my content, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button. Catch you on the next one.